rotate the device back the other way.
Hello there. I'm David Bryan. After some technical difficulties, I am the director of the YouTube series Waiting for Welfare. We are live now. I'm here holding a special Q&A session today for our fans, subscribers, cast, and crew. I want to give a shout out to our cast and crew, as I always do. Gary Dover, who plays P.I. Dover. I want to give a shout out to him. He's been a big help on this series. He's a big part of this series. Donald Fletcher, our writer, and also he plays many parts in the series. He plays Eddie Slade. He plays Ed Bedlam. He plays multiple characters. My fiance Kayla here, who plays Nisa Slade. She's also my helping hand when it comes to editing the episodes, which we do everything on a cell phone. We're a low budget operation for now. Of course, we would not be able to do any of these shows or any kind of, form of media that we do on this site without you guys, our fans and subscribers. Today, we're holding a special Q&A session for those that are fans of the Waiting for Welfare series on YouTube and those that might be new to our channel that have never watched the show previously. We want to hear your questions about the series, like anything related to storyline, plot, characters, and we'll be very happy to answer any questions you have. Now, today, not everyone was able to attend this live stream. The weather is very bad here where we're located. We just had a big snow come through here, so the weather is really crappy. So it's just me and Kayla doing it today because we want to get the word out there about Waiting for Welfare. This series is something that I have worked on for 23 years of my life, and only recently have I acquired all the love and support that goes into every episode from my fellow cast members, my crew, Gary and Donnie, DC Dunaway, Alex Haynes. I want to give a shout out to them as well. There's many others as well too. If I forgot anybody, hopefully one of them will get on and be like, "Hey, you forgot about me."
Hello.
Yep.
We got a chat.
Hello out there. How you doing?
We got some chatters.
Hi there. How's everybody doing? Hey, glad to have you all here. But today is a Q&A session. So for those that are in the chat, if you have any questions about the series, if you've ever watched the series, if you haven't watched the series, hopefully today I can answer some questions for you without revealing too much about what's going on, because the whole point of the series is to be kind of ambiguous and mysterious. Think Twin Peaks meets Trailer Park Boys. That's essentially what our foundation is, only we're not ripping them off. We're our own thing. We're our own original ideas. It's a unique, original thing that we've come up with here. I do want to kind of explain things a little bit about our show. Waiting for Welfare is kind of a multiverse thing, if you want to be technical. It seems like a wacky screwball comedy on the surface, but it's actually a very deep, if you look under the surface of it and really pay attention to what's going on, there's actually a lot more going on than what you actually see in the show itself.
John, we are actually located in Central Ohio. Nice to hear from you from Mississippi.
Yes, welcome. Actually, East Central Ohio.
Oh, well, East Central.
Well, okay. Technicalities.
Still Central Ohio.
Leave it to a woman to be technical.
Yes, leave it to a woman to be technical.
Yeah, leave it to a woman to be technical. But yeah, I mean, we've done this show for a while, and there's actually a graphic novel that goes along with the show. Actually, the show takes place in a graphic novel, but the characters are unaware of it. And of course, you've got a bunch of other things too.
We got someone asking if they would accept us, if we would accept them being our moderator.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm kind of new to this. I mean, as far as live streaming, usually when we do everything, it's all kind of planned out and everything's, filmed and, and then kind of done post-op, when it comes to editing and all that. So I'm kind of learning the ropes on the live streaming, but I figured I would kind of try my hand at it because, we've been up over a year on this channel. So, and plus I'm getting old, so, I got to learn sometime. But, it's good to have everybody here. I'm glad to see we got some people here watching and, and hopefully some of you have watched the show. If you haven't, then welcome. We welcome all new people that come in.
We have several who've said they have subscribed.
Oh, awesome. Yes, and believe me, every subscription counts. This is something that we need those subscriptions. If you can tell everybody about the show. Now, I will say, our show, it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not meant to be. It's more of a creative endeavor. It's my lifelong dream. I'm getting older. I'll be 43 in June, and I'm not a young pup anymore. So my time is I'm on borrowed time. So hopefully this will take off. Bring joy to people's lives, give you a good laugh, keep you entertained.
No, perfect stranger. We are not interested in swinging, actually. That's a strange question, but I'll answer it. No, we are not interested, but thank you for asking.
Well, the only time I swing is when I get hit by cattle at work. Yeah, I work my daytime job besides doing this series is, I herd cattle. So, that's about the only swinging I do, but thank you for your question. But yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm doing all the talking.
I'm trying to do some talking.
Do you have something you want to say, Kayla?
I don't know. I'm trying to answer questions.
Okay, well, I'll let you be.
Hello from everyone at the Sheriff's Department. Hello, Ash. And you're welcome, perfect stranger. I'm one of those people. I try and be blunt and honest, so you're welcome for the honesty. I don't know really what to say on these things. I'm just trying to answer questions.
Well, I feel like we're in a little box right now because I couldn't have things in the 16:9 format that I wanted to put this in.
I know.
But,
freaking YouTube had to be a pain in the ass.
Right, but it happens.
Thank you, perfect stranger. I appreciate the compliment.
What was that, dear? I didn't see it.
You're so pretty, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, she is. She has a personality to match, too.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to piss her off, though. Believe me, I found that out a couple times. You don't want to piss her off. No. But yeah, I figured today I'd get on here and do this because we just put up our preview for the new full-length Waiting for Welfare film we're working on, which is the Quest for Welfare. And actually, this episode actually has something to do with welfare, where past episodes really didn't. But it ties into the greater narrative. But yeah, we got that up now. So if you guys have been on the channel, it's up, but it's only a preview. It's not the full thing. We're going to be probably about 3 to 4 weeks out before we get it completely done. So in the meantime, we'll be doing these live streams probably off and on to kind of keep everybody, entertained. Maybe hold our Q&A sessions and any questions they might have, you might have about the show or whatever. I'm all up for idle chit chat too.
Yep.
Like I said, the rest of our cast couldn't be here, but we do plan on having a full cast Q&A very soon. Not sure when that'll be, dear, but
no, it'll have to be after the weather clears up.
Yeah, because we're literally, it looks like we're living in an igloo right now.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we got like a lot of snow out there. So
at least 5 inches, I'd say.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
And, we've had a bit of a snow drought here in East Central Ohio for a while. So, but yeah, here we are. Welcome everybody. I'm pulling straws out of my ass right now, trying to come up with, dialogue, but, which normally I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, I know. You are normally pretty good at coming up with dialogue. I suck at it.
Well,
and that's sad because I used to be a writer myself and I can't do this shit no more.
Well, you came up with like 90% of the new stuff we've been doing.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Which I give credit where credit's due. She has. She came up with the whole well, not Eddie Slade. He came up with his own character.
I came up with the whole Cannibal Hill saga idea.
Yeah, she came up with the Cannibal Hill saga. And I don't really want to reveal too much. I mean, I'll answer questions about it the best I can, but I don't want to reveal too much because the whole idea is you have to, it's kind of like Silent Hill. It's intentionally.
Someone wants to know if we'll kiss each other.
If we'll kiss each other, sure.
My baby.
Yep.
Like kiss each other. We're all going.
Yeah. Awesome.
I am not used to this much attention.
Well, I've done a few live streams back when me and Jeffrey, remember back when he used to do it?
Oh, yeah.
But it was on his Twitch is where he did
Oh,
his.
yeah, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch love.
And when he did Twitch.
Perfect Strangers said that they were expecting a French kiss.
Ah. You might see that here soon.
Yeah.
Once I get done blabbing.
Oh, once you get done blabbing, huh?
Yeah, I got to blab.
You got to blab.
And hopefully you'll blab too.
Yep, I'll blab. Blah, blah, blah.
But welcome. Welcome, Perfect Stranger.
Yes,
welcome
welcome.
to everyone else that's in the room now.
Yep.
Good to have y'all. Actually, today, I was going to probably pull up a couple of clips from episodes. I'm trying to kind of I'm beating around the bush right now in my head trying to figure out which ones to put up on there.
I know there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's over 67 episodes to this series.
And all the shorts you've made also.
Yeah, I do a lot of short videos. I do that so people can watch them. They're more digestible.
Yeah.
In one sitting. But yeah, wow, we got like 10 people watching.
I know. And we've got 6 likes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, this is awesome. I don't even think we got this much the other day, but that was a short live stream though.
Yeah, the other day was like literally like 5 minutes. It was about the length of a fart. That's about, I mean, it literally, it came and it went.
Thank you, Rock On. Love from the USA, from Ohio.
Yep. From Ohio.
Yep.
Or love from the Waiting for Welfare multiverse.
Yes, love from the Waiting for Welfare multiverse.
Which, that's a little hard to explain, and we're kind of vaguely hinting at it right now. If you guys can figure it out when you watch the show, like there's little things, if you pay attention, that are in the episodes that you don't see the first time you watch it. So if you watch them repeatedly, you'll be able to see the little subtle hints of what's actually going on here in the greater narrative. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of different things going on in the surface story too. I mean, you got a love thing going on where Nisa Slade's in love with Dave, but yet
Dave wants nothing to do with her.
Yeah, he don't want nothing to do with her.
Because at the beginning, she tried to eat him.
Right. Yeah. Well, she's not entirely human, so neither is Eddie.
Exactly.
But we haven't revealed exactly what they are.
Nope.
So if anybody out there that's watched the show can have maybe a fan theory, like what do you think Eddie and Nisa Slade actually are?
Yeah, anybody got any fan theories?
We already know what they are.
Yeah, we already know, of course, but we want to know what the fans think. Now it got quiet on the chat.
Uh-oh. I think we scared everybody away.
Oh, no.
She's a kisser.
Yeah. Last one that said anything was Rock On, and no one said nothing since. I think we scared him away.
Probably with me blabbing.
Or me blabbing.
No, it wasn't you. It was me.
It was you.
Because I think a few of them weren't on here for the show, the Waiting for Welfare show. I think they were expecting something else. My apologies to those that are expecting something else.
Yes, our apologies.
But yeah, I just wanted to reach out to our community and the community on YouTube in general and promote the show because, this is something that I've worked on all my life and I'm wanting to get this, out there because I don't feel it's getting out there. I mean, yeah, we currently have 553 subscribers.
That may have gone up because some of them said they subscribed.
Well, it always does. It did the other day too.
I'm gonna check now.
But ultimately, we got to make it to 1,000
Oh,
at least. I think that's like the YouTube standard.
Mm-hmm.
But
Let's see here. See if I can find out how many subscribers.
oh, there's my ugly face on there.
Oh, you're not ugly. Stop saying that.
I just seen it pop up. It scared me. It did.
You're funny. Okay, where does it tell you?
Okay, you have to go to channel.
Okay, what?
So basically, Kayla's trying to figure our channel out.
556.
Yep, this is our YouTube channel. And as you can see, we have 556 subscribers.
So we went up 3 more subscribers.
Yep.
Since we started this live stream.
Yep. And that's a good thing. Keep the support coming. I mean, I'll dance on one foot and dip one hand in cold slaw and play a harmonica and whistle Yankee Doodle Dandy. I mean, I don't care. I'll do what there are limits, but I will do whatever I can to get that, get the word out there,
That was funny.
Yeah, a shout out to all my cast members, a shout out to my subscribers, my fans, and even those that, aren't regulars that watch the show. Welcome. Yes, definitely watch the show. I can't say that enough. It's something, it's a very entertaining show. Now, you might not like all the language. There is a lot of F-bombs in there and kind of derogatory dialogue, but a lot of it's, for laughs. It's for the comedy that's going on.
Yep.
It's not to offend anyone. We're not trying to offend anyone. We love everybody.
Yes.
Especially me and Kayla. We love everybody.
I do not judge. I love everyone equally.
Yes. We're all about, loving our fellow man, woman, fellow human beings. We're all about that. We love everybody, I'm trying to keep this because YouTube made me film vertically, so we're inside of a cylinder right now.
Yeah, we're like in the box.
And then when we go to watch this, after it's already been, streamed, it's going to look like, like somebody tore a sheet of paper into a vertical rectangle and our faces are in there. So I got to squeeze me and Kayla into a little box here.
Little box.
Hello. Our faces aren't pressing against the glass yet, but
no. Oh, we can do that.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Oh, I gotta be goofy.
Oh yeah, somebody just started the vehicle up outside. Wow.
Yep. Oh
wow,
my
wow,
God.
wow, wow, wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, wow, wubsy.
Everybody got quiet.
I know they did.
But it says we still got viewers.
It's fluctuating.
It's fluctuating.
But that's how a stream works.
Oh.
You might have 80 people watching 1 minute,
and the next minute have only like 1 or 2.
Yep.
Ah. Okay.
It's kind of like from what I seen when Jeffrey did it, it's a slide and watch and slide thing. Like when you're watching like short TikTok videos and all that,
right.
It's similar to that.
Oh, okay.
So right now we're a TikTok kind of. Well, not really, but we're on YouTube.
Didn't we make a TikTok for Waiting for Welfare?
You made an account.
I thought I made one.
You made an account, but you were having a hard time uploading.
Figuring out how to get the shorts and stuff on there.
Yeah, because a lot of our shorts are at least a minute long.
Yeah.
We got a big story to tell, so we can't do little short things. I mean, the shortest we do is probably maybe a 30-second, short video that's a segment out of an episode,
Yep.
And I love, when I put shorts up, okay, I love how when I put them up and how when people come on there, they have no idea what they're watching.
No.
Because they're only catching a segment out of an episode. They're not getting the full, experience.
Right.
But I love some of the comments that I see on there, because they have no idea what they're watching.
Right.
So
it is interesting to see some of the comments people post on the short.
So I tell everybody, when you are new, especially if you're new to this show, you have to watch the whole show. But here's the thing about it. You don't have to watch it in a particular order.
Nope.
I mean, unless you're watching a particular story arc, which there's 3 of them.
Like if you're watching the Cannibal Hill Saga, you definitely want to start with Room for Rent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you start with any other episode, you're going to get confused and not understand everything that's going on in the series.
Right.
So, you definitely want to start with Room for Rent if you're watching the Cannibal Hill Saga.
Then you have the Brothers Saga. You have the Dave's Family Saga. Because the way Waiting for Welfare works, and Kayla even is starting to understand it a little better now. So help me out, dear.
Help you out?
With explaining.
Okay. It's multiverse. That's the easiest way to say it. I think Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. How there was like all the different, dimensions, so to speak, that each one had their own Spider-Man. So think something kind of like that, but it's like different dimensions on top of different dimensions on top of different dimensions. And so there's a lot going on, and that's the best way I can think to explain.
Well, and I'll sum it up even simpler. There's a guy in the real world universe that's drawing everything that's happening in Waiting for Welfare. That's the real world.
Yep.
Okay. He's a struggling artist. He's trying to pay his bills. That's where the title Waiting for Welfare came from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you go into the actual comic book that he's drawing, and you have multiple universes happening in there. You got a guy in the comic book, a character that's a fictional character that's a version of the guy that's drawing it in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave, there's many Daves. But the Dave drawing it is in the real world, whereas the guy doing the show that you're watching on YouTube is another Dave that is inside the comic book universe.
Yep.
So the show and the director.
So there's like 3 universes.
Yeah, there's 3 main universes.
There's the real world, the comic book, the drawing of the comic book, and then there's the comic book universe itself.
Yeah.
Is the easiest way to explain it.
And see, Kale is a fairly new fan.
Fairly new?
Yeah.
What do you mean fairly new?
Well, you've been watching them for a while. That's right.
Yeah, I was going to say, how am I fairly new fan? I've been watching for years since you were started doing the original stuff that you don't have anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
there were episodes 23 years ago of this series that more or less this is a reboot. This is like the 3rd reboot that I've had to do for Waiting for Welfare. That's why it's really important to me to get this off the ground and get it noticed.
Yep.
Because, I did start it 23 years ago. But here's the thing about that. Even if you've never seen the ones 23 years ago, they're still canon.
Mm-hmm.
They're still very much canon. Now, we're planning on trying to set up Twitter pages, which it's not called Twitter now, and probably X, I think it's called, or something like that.
X and Pantheon.
Yeah.
Or
Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
We're trying to We're going to try to start a Patreon page because, as I said, the show is a very low budget operation. We're literally doing everything with a cell phone. We're editing. We're filming. I've got my help, with the cast. They put their ideas in. Me and Donald Fletcher and Gary Dover.
Baby.
Yeah, sure. And Gary Dover that plays P.I. Dover are like, and Kayla too. She puts a lot into it too with the ideas. We don't actually sit down and write things. We kind of what's the word? We improvise a lot on things. Literally the phone that I'm doing this stream with right now is the phone we film with and the phone we edit with for the show. And I'm not bragging, but I'm really proud of what we're able to accomplish in Waiting for Welfare. With very practical effects, now here lately, obviously now with YouTube, they make you, when you set the videos up, you have to let them know if you use any kind of AI, which we use. We don't have green screens or anything. We have nothing technologically savvier than a phone. and power director for an editing program.
Yep.
But with what we do, I've been finding some new toys to play with on the show. You know, when I'm editing, if anyone's noticed with some of the re-edits I've done on some of the older episodes, there's now like little added vignettes or scenes that are put in there. We have one in this latest one. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but where literally somebody's, because it's brought up in there. Think Family Guy. How you have the little, like, somebody will say something and then it kind of cuts to whatever they're talking about, like a joke, like a spoof, you know. Well, we're kind of doing that a little more with Waiting for Welfare, but a lot of that actually is integral to the plot. Which the plot is, there's many plots. They're all wrapped around one central plot.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also like time loops going on in here. But you have to pay attention to really notice it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you exactly what's going on, but I will answer whatever. If anybody has questions about it, please.
Yeah, please ask and we'll answer to the best of our abilities.
But what was I going to say? I just forgot. I just lost my train of thought.
You just lost your train of thought.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You do that a lot, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On this latest little preview we put up for the episode we're working on currently, The Quest for Welfare, literally Dover and Ed are talking about having a snowball fight. Well, Dover is, you know, P.I. Dover. And it cuts to this guy throwing a snowball, you know, and he sounds like his voice sounds like a little kid. You know, that's the distortion that's because of the different, it actually plays into the real plot that's going on under the surface. Okay. Under the surface, you're seeing different universes that are like bleeding into the main universe.
Yep.
I'll tell you that much. I'm not going to tell you the rest because I don't want to give away like key plot elements. You know, you guys will have to figure that out on your own, piece it together. But if anyone here is familiar with Twin Peaks, it's an older show. If anyone's familiar with Trailer Park Boys, now our show, the only way that we've been compared to both, the only way it's similar to Trailer Park Boys is the quirky, like crazy characters we got going on. Like we've got Dover. Dover's a big one. He's like the glue. Him and Donnie, you know, Dawn Fletcher, they kind of, and Kayla, she holds the show together.
Yeah, I was going to say, take me for example. You know, I play Nisa, and she has a thing for eating people, and she is literally trying to keep from eating people. And at some point, we're going to do like a therapy session where there's going to be a billboard or a whiteboard that says, "People are friends, not food."
Yes, people are friends, not food. And it's going to be this whole subplot of Nisa, okay, where she's struggling with this addiction of eating, trying to eat people.
Yep.
Now, mind you, this is all fictional. You know, we're not actually,
We're not actually.
even though I kind of look like an Appalachian, like a cannibal, but you know, but I'm not. Trust me, I'm really not. I would say I only play one on TV, but I don't actually play that. She plays one.
Yep,
though.
I play one. Mm-hmm.
Right. But she's not your typical, when she plays that part, she's not your typical cannibal. She's something else entirely. And I say that very lightly. And same thing goes for Donnie's character, Dawn Fletcher's character, Eddie, which Eddie, we got a lot of Eddie fans. I know there's probably some Eddie fans watching out there. There will be more Eddie. Actually, Eddie's getting downright evil in the show right now, and there's reasons for that. But also, there's a lot going on with Ed, too, Bedlam, which, by the way, I got to put a shout out on that, too. Donald Fletcher that writes for our show, one of our writers, he is one of our writers. He's my assistant director as well. He's actually working on a novelization, or I should say, hey, Tina.
Mama, hey.
Hey.
Mama's on there.
And she's
Hey.
played in the show too.
Yeah, we've had her on the phone in the show
Yeah.
on speaker.
She played the mother that abandoned Eddie and Nisa like 100 years ago.
Yeah. And she's my real mom, so it works.
Welcome, Mama. But yeah, I mean that's cool. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I lost my train of thought again. I just that train just keeps on going.
That train just keeps on going.
Yeah, but it
and
just
you keep losing it.
It keeps on going in one ear and out the other. I must have a big hole in my head or something, But yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, it's a lot to take in. Like if you're new to the show, it's like, okay, I like I've noticed like some people will like certain parts of it, and then they'll not like other parts of it. But that's okay because that's kind of what we're going for. We're trying to like reach out and
we're trying to have a wide audience. We're not just reaching out to one particular demographic. We're wanting to have, a very wide audience, a very wide selection of people that watch the show and that enjoy the show and like the show.
Yep. Which I'm aware we have many. The only thing I'm noticing, and me and Donnie were sitting there the other night, talking about it. We've noticed on our videos that
we're getting the views, but not the likes.
Yes, people aren't clicking like. I mean, I'm not twisting people's arms, but I am going to be asking, please, if you do come across our show, please click that like button and subscribe. I know that's been ran in the ground, by every YouTuber out there. But I have to say it because, right now we're in the stage where we're trying to get noticed. Yeah. We're trying to get this off the ground because, we've been up a year. We're doing well. We're doing better than we were a year ago. But, in order to keep this show going, we do need the support from our fans and our subscribers, which we've already had. But we also need funding as well. We're trying to find ways to get funding. We're not doing it here to try to fund the show and bring you more polished and, better quality episodes, movies, etc. I made the decision, actually, all of us have, to make all these episodes, instead of being these little like 20-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute, little. I mean, we'll still do some of them too, but the majority of things now are going to be at least movie length. Yeah, at least an hour to an hour and a half.
Yep, at least an hour to an hour and a half long.
Because we have so much content that we still have to, film, and we have so many, plots and things that we haven't, expanded on yet, that we need that time.
Yeah.
We need the length in the video to actually tell the story we're trying to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big story, and it's getting bigger.
Oh,
there's a lot going on. But yeah.
People shouldn't use YouTube as a way to fund YouTube. You should do it as a side thing to real jobs, or you are guaranteed to fail due to always begging your viewers. Well, Stoney, we don't beg our viewers. That's one thing we don't do. This is only actually the second time we've ever gone live. And we've been doing this, like he said, for a year, going on a year, actually almost over a year now. Yeah. So we don't beg our viewers. That's one thing we don't do. We just ask that, if you do come across it and you do enjoy it, hit the like and subscribe button. If not, that's the viewer's choice.
Yep.
It's up to the viewer what they want to do. But we don't do this just for income. He does have a real job. Yeah. I myself am disabled and fighting to get disability because I have numerous health issues, and I cannot work per doctor's orders, actually. So that's why we are trying to get this up off the ground as another form of income.
But we don't do it just for that reason. We do it because we actually enjoy. Actually, I'll tell everybody here a story, and it's a true story about our cast. My friend Gary that plays in the show, as well as numerous others that have watched the show and actually still want to be a part of the show. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of people that want to be a part of this show.
You done with your cigarette, baby?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it out for you.
It's good therapy for people too. my friend Gary in particular has told me that it makes him feel good, to do this.
Yes.
It helps him it relieves a lot of pain, emotional, physical.
It's a
for him.
creative form of therapy.
Yes. And we do it a lot for that reason. But going back to the job thing, yes, I do have a job. I've worked my company for 18 years. I work with cattle. I won't put the name out there of the company I work for, but without their permission, obviously. But I've worked there 18 years. I've had my teeth knocked out, which is why my teeth are all broke and messed up. I don't have insurance of any kind. So, I'm another product of our time. A lot of people that don't have health insurance and, things like that. But we won't go political. I don't do that.
No.
But
we don't do politics.
No, we don't do politics because our show is to escape reality.
Yep.
The whole purpose of this series is to escape reality. It's the show's like a fever dream. It's something that it's funny, but there are moments in the show where it's quite frightening.
And there are moments where it's quite serious.
Yeah. And there will be more of that. There's going to be a wide variety of different elements that we're going to bring into this that we've already touched on some of those elements.
Yes.
I know one episode in particular, and as the creator of this show, one of the creators, actually, my brother and I started this show. One of my brothers that's no longer living here in the United States, he's living abroad now. We started this show together 23 years ago, and then my other brother and I kind of revamped it and started it back up a year ago. So, it's something that, it's for me, it's a lifelong dream to do this because I get a lot of joy and, a lot of creative outlet. And it's a form of therapy for me too, dealing with life because everybody knows this world is no picnic. Life's tough. So, but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say today. We will be doing more live streams.
Yep.
I wanted to pull up episodes, but I feel that right now, until we get, all of our cast in here, I would really like to do like a stream where
a Q&A with the whole cast.
Yeah, with the whole cast. I don't want to sit here and do everything just with me and Kayla. I want to do it with the whole cast because they're all very much part of this. They're the glue that holds this together.
Yep.
I mean, I'm merely the director. I'm the person that I take all the ideas that everybody throws at me in the cast, and I'm the one that throws it in the melting pot and then comes out with what we come up with, ultimately. You have anything else to say, dear?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
Okay. But I wanted to do this today, and I thank everyone that's come in here today to watch, that's had any questions or, wanted to just sit down, chill out, and watch two people ramble while one person ramble, me. But thank you all for coming out and watching this live stream. There will be more. And, if you get a chance, come across our channel. It's called Waiting for Welfare on YouTube. If you want, and if you're so inclined, like and subscribe our episodes, check them out, give them a chance, see what you think, and y'all be safe and enjoy.
Enjoy. Love you, Mama.